Okay, it's now live. I wanted to come in the group on the profile in the different groups to share two things, okay? And I will share my screen very soon, but I wanted to share with you guys some cool, interesting stuff, so don't go anywhere. In the next few minutes, I'll go through them, okay? Let's do it. I'm going to share my screen. Where is my screen? Right here. Okay, this is interesting. I have to allow it. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so quite the number of people watching. If you can see my screen, I actually updated my computer right now, and it's asking for permissions here and there. So if you can not see anything, please let me know. I'm trying to share my screen, and it should show my Facebook right here. And I can see here, let me just close Facebook. Absolutely. Get rid of all of these things and come back to Cream email. So let me see if you guys can see that. Let me know. Okay, excellent. Perfect. So it looks like my screen is there. Okay, so the deal is ending. I mean, the price is going up in the next 48 hours or so on Thursday at midnight. Pacific Standard Time, which is the last time zone in the world. And so that's really cool. I wanted to show you guys something really quick. And I was playing around with the Neeraj actually released the integration feature of Cream email with Publi, and so now if you look at the actions, not in the subscription, I'm not sure it's here, it's not a trigger yet. Yeah, they even have triggers. Wow, so they have triggers. That's really cool. And so yes, you have triggers and you have actions as well. So I see few actions and as well as few triggers, which is cool. So I can see both of them there. I actually thought he was gonna just do the action side only, but this is cool. So update list, add new subscriber. So these are the two updates in the system. I was gonna quickly show you guys how fast this can be done with any system out there. So like I'm gonna try to use a faster one to use for me is AIDA, because I have everything, the credentials set up already. So all I need to do is take something from a form on AIDA, like this one here. Yeah, this form here, this is an AIDA form, and whatever submissions I get from here automatically added to Cream subscription list. And then not only that, but just go from there and do other automation stuff, right? So and you know, the automation could go from there. So the automations I can do like this here, I did one, you know, welcome, for example. So all you need to do is you need to create a new automation, and of course when you're doing that, it's going to be a trigger. So the trigger is when someone is subscriber in a list, so when they add it, and that list is the one that I'm just using right now, like Publi, then I'm gonna say send them an email. So the response or the decisions here, the response is what am I gonna tell them, right? So I want to add a tag, so I can tag them, or I can delete them from a list, or I can move them to a list, or I can send them an email. Now sending an email here, I can design like who the email is coming from, the subject of the email, right? Welcome, for example, to cream, for example, something like that. And then I can use this is the builder. So the builder has, you can actually import export templates, or you can just use existing ones from here. So anything that they have here, hotel, the language still not yet translated a lot of it into English. I can see it's written in Indonesian language, but let me just use something really quick for this. So insert, right? And I can actually, change the logo here to something like my own logo here, Digital Think, right? And just throw it in there, and automatically now this can be very highly customizable, right? It's nice logo right there. Yang Terparu. So this is, hey, how are you doing? Probably, I think that's what it means in Indonesian. But yeah, this is, let's say I want to send this in Indonesian, and I'm gonna actually publish this and see, as soon as someone is added to the list, you can do a few things. You can send them a file like from Dropbox. It does integrate with Dropbox as well. Yes, or you can I can see something with WhatsApp. I don't know what the deal is with that. I don't know what it is, but you can WhatsApp number here, so I can put a number here, I guess. So there's very interesting stuff here. I haven't explored those ones yet, but the email can look like this. So I'm done now. So then I'll exit the automation, save this. Oh, I have to give it a name. So always, this is something that people actually forget, is to give it a name. So Publi welcome, something like that. If you don't give it the name, it's actually gonna forget. So this is what I have. My automation is set up properly. It's all good, and then you gotta make it run. So let's say it's running. So if I say run, it means the automation is running, so that when somebody is added from AIDA form, automatically Publi sends that to the list. So this is the list I'm going to use right now, and I'm going to use this list Publi right here. There are 4 subscribers. The 4 subscribers you can see for yourself are right here: Adam, Niraj, Pankaj, and Niraj too. These are the test account he was using. Actually, he was using my account to do the testing. So I'm gonna go ahead and add something to AIDA and see how it comes here, right? But before I do that, of course, I gotta do something, the magic on Public Connect. So this is new response. I'm gonna connect a form. The form, of course, existing credentials, save. I already have the credentials set up. So basically that's an easy one. And I'm gonna use a Publi form, which is the one that I'm using here. So I'm gonna actually save that and send a test request. And now it's, before, remember we used to have the crazy breakdown one by one. You don't need that anymore. So the last one that's coming here is Muhammad Ali, my first name, last name, and my email is right there. And so that's all I need right now. I just need to do that. And so save that. Okay, so I have this one. Then I'm gonna take cream and add this to a list. So now the lists connect again from here, new credentials. I have my credentials saved, and guess what's gonna happen? So we go here, and then I have a list. So I have schools, test, Publi. So I'm gonna use the Publi list, right? And full name will be the first name, my name. I'm gonna create a space, always first name and last name. That's how you put it together. I keep forgetting that, and I keep always not doing anything with it. So yeah, first name, last name, those are the variables. The email will be the email that I'm gonna use, and I can add tags and city and country, all that stuff, but I don't need to do any of that. So save it, right? And because it's simple, so it's gonna, I'm gonna send test request, and guess what happened? It shows success, everything looks good, so save it. And now we have an integration of Publi to Cream, and right now if we go and refresh our list, I think it did at here. So this is only 4. Sorry, people saying they can't see my thing. Can you guys see anything? Okay, there was something. Sometimes I just keep talking without checking what people are saying. So let me check. Yang Therabu means the latest. Okay, that's fine. Now I know some Indonesian words. The only thing I knew was terang sanan. And so now keep going. That we have 4. If I refresh this list, I think if it did the job, then it will automatically refresh to 5. Look, Muhammad Ali came in here, the subscribed, and now it's all in good. So if the automation is running in the background, definitely I think it takes a few minutes to do that. And so if as soon as somebody subscribes in, what they're supposed to do is to have the automation kicking in from there, right? So from here, what's gonna take place is it's supposed to be now Cream email doing its automation section. So let me log into my email, and I'm just gonna go there and see what happens, right? And see, let's see if this is good. So Cream email should send me an email with the template we sent. And if you guys can see quickly here, look at that, right? So I see welcome Cream email, and of course I use the other template that was running. So when you look at it, I have hello Muhammad Ali digital think welcome to Cream, whatever the Indonesian stuff coming in, right? So you can see the power of automation now with Cream and Publi put together, right? And everything looks cool. You put actually first name, last name. So when I did the automation from here, actually, the one that I used is the one that was already running. So here the automation, this is the one that I was using, right? Yeah, I was using this one. So when you look at it, this is how it looks like. If I edit, I can see it from here. So as soon as the subscriber was added to the list, an automation kicked in and the email went through straight from here. And this is the email that I received right now. You guys can see that, right? So this is very powerful. I mean, if you have something to deal with in terms of, you know, welcoming customers, sending them some details, some information, there is a lot of things this is gonna do for you. Not only did it go into my inbox, for sure, it was in my inbox actually, but also it brought all the images and everything looks really cool. And you know, this is the kind of newsletters you can send to your subscribers, right? Another thing, so now that setup is good, so all looks good. So how do you make this one look nice, right? I just click on this one, somewhere the gray area, and then this also the gray area, and now I have nice 2 little guys right there, rather than, and this automation is set. So we just keep playing with the AIDA form, bring another one. I have another one here, GUMA, right? YARE, and I'm gonna use that as a Gmail account that actually use, and now I want that to also do the job, right? So go back and use that other Gmail, because I have quite a number of Gmails. I got about 1,000 of them, don't worry. I have 1,000 Gmail accounts. If I mean to review you, I can do that very well. So I have, you know, this is my junk, you know, every garbage, everything that I sign up, most of them will come up here. So we're good. And if I put you on this list, it means nothing is good. So let's use this one to fill in that information. And you can see on the updates area, there is nothing here, right? And the inbox, I see there's Rakesh, somebody sending. I don't even know who that's. Somebody from Client Joy. And so the applets are here. The promotions are a lot of them. The primary is here. The social is filled up. So let's see. Now let me add that to AIDA form. Where is it? Yeah, I'm gonna automatically do this. Then look at also Cream on. Nope. So exit this. Open the Publi list. So all we need to see, the Publi list has 5 right now. And yeah, and I need to open them so I can show you that there is nothing in there for this Gmail account that I'm gonna use. So there's 5 of them right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all we need to do is to go here again and now submit this one and let magic happen, right? So right now what I'm expecting is an AIDA form to talk to Publi and tell Publi to add that email and use it first name, last name to the list that we have here, right? Which is only 5. So once I refresh this one, I want to see it here coming. So I want to see 6 numbers, right? Yep, it didn't come. Let's see. Refresh. Sometimes takes a minute or 2. 1, 2, 3. So it's an API for sure. So I don't know what the timing is set to, but it should automatically come in. Maybe let's give it a few minutes because it's an API call for sure, and it's gonna happen. So let's see here. Yeah, thanks for submitting. That happened, and I'm waiting for now Publi to send that information. It could take a little bit longer for sure if I saved everything correctly, but let's keep refreshing and see what happens. Sometimes it could be faster than that. Yep, it's gonna take it's API, so for sure it's gonna take a few minutes. Yeah, so the difference is if we were using the webhook, it would have been instant, but because we're just sending this through API, it's gonna take for sure it's gonna take some time to submit that information, and then that needs to come to my inbox, right? And once you see that, then it means automation is working fine. Of course, when I did the test, it was also working fine. But the difference was I actually made a call, like I forced it to make a call. So let's see here if this is still there. Nope, still. So maybe a few minutes. And in the meantime, I'm gonna come back for this one. Why don't we go to Publi and look at what's new? Let's go to Publi and see what's new. So on Publi, there is something really new here today. And the new thing is, I don't know if you guys saw this, they released the sub accounts, right? And so if you go here, you will see this is one of my accounts, and I can see I have what I used, how many accounts, how many total used the 7 sub accounts. Looks like I used 7 from here, I think, right? The remaining, oh no, these are the credits that I used. These are the remaining credits. So in terms of the tasks, right? And now you can add sub account. So there are 2 ways of adding it. You can create an LTD one. An LTD one will be non-revocable. So if you're giving an LTD account, you want to sell this to a customer for lifetime deal, that means you can never sell the credits, the tasks, and then bring them back from them. So once you assign them, they get a username, password, everything, access sent to them. And when that happens, then they get their own account independent from you. You can't see what they're doing. This is all because of their privacy, all that stuff. So then if you're selling this to them as either lifetime deal or recurring, and this is the difference. So if it is recurring, you have to go on revocable. So if they don't pay you, you can cancel the account. But if you're selling a lifetime deal for this, and then it's non-revocable, and then once you assign them, you cannot get the money back. You cannot get your account back. The credits back from them, because it's a lifetime deal. So the idea is to protect anyone who's getting the LTD from someone who is selling sub accounts. And if they're selling sub accounts, for sure, the best way is to sell customers, not to LTD people, of course. They've been there with you. So the idea of selling LTD is not the most profitable way of making money. The most way to make money is actually to work with small businesses, create sub accounts for them, and create automations and add value to what they do, make their processes a lot faster. And so by having that, you have 2 options. One option is to assign them a lifetime deal, or to assign them a recurring revenue model. So that way, if they don't pay you, you can cancel it. Does that make sense? So yeah, this is actually new. So now for those of you guys who are waiting for sub accounts from Publi, definitely it's happening and it's there. So that's how it's gonna be, okay? And yeah, this is, I think, the last thing that they promised. I mean, in terms of adding a new things every day, the workflow for anything is, I mean, the triggers, the actions, all of them are growing by the day, right? I remember when they launched, it was such a small thing, and now look at when you try to go into this. This is, the list is growing like really fast. So most of the time they were building, you know, what people ask for, whether it was one action, two action. Some of them may not have as deep of integration, but I think it's just good enough for anybody who's using them. And yeah, the powerful thing about, you know, Publi, and many people don't talk about this, is that they have API that's actually open. So even if you don't have it integrated, you can actually use actual API here and use the different ways to do it, and it will work. I actually did that with one of my tools, and it worked very fine. And yeah, of course, webhooks, that's what they're made of. And so task history is where you can check what you did, how much tasks have you used for, like, Publi to cream right now. It will show me everything that I did. Execution time, this just happened, so 8:56. Different time zone. I need to, yeah, my execution time is different because I don't know, this is now UTC, I'm on Eastern time. I think I gotta figure that out. I want it to be in my time zone, so I know exactly what went through, what didn't go through, you know, what went, yeah, number of tasks, it's counting from here. So the task history is for that. You can always go and check what your history looks like, right? Let's check if the list has grown bigger a little bit. So this was 5, refresh. Hopefully it's 5 minutes yet, because it takes a little bit of time to do it. Yeah, and you can see now the name that I showed you, the first name and the last name came through, right? My email came through. I mean, my junk, you know, Gmail came through, and now we have 6 list members, and it's supposed to automatically send an email to that Gmail. So let's go there. There we go. It's there. Welcome to Cream, and you can see right there the email actually hit the inbox, and that's because I received email from myself before, probably. Sometimes may not be the case, but there are many factors to look at when you're looking, when you're actually looking at, you know, inbox. So sometimes your subject, the way you do, if you write test in the header, like the subject, and then you put test in the body, and then you test it, definitely that's gonna go into junk for sure. It's not gonna go into inbox because of the body, the content, everything. But when you design the email really well and everything looks good, you have nice, you know, headline. There's so many factors to consider when talking about deliverability, and that's what happens. So look at that. The language was detected that these guys are gonna send me. Yeah, I did some in English, right? But then they're saying translate into English, and now it detected that's Indonesian. Actually, that's funny. And everything now is into English. You see that? It translated automatically. That's so funny. Welcome to send. Hello, welcome to email. We'd like to send you a reminder this night. I think I wrote that part, but this part, I didn't do it. This is in their language. So let's change that to Indonesian, I think. So Google helps with this. I didn't know that. Yeah, so that's a lot of automation, guys, and there's a lot of power in it. So if you go back now into the group and check the what everybody was posting, and you can see that this is Cream Official, Digital Think. So this is what Fikri wrote here, that of course right now the prices, everything has changed, you know, the account, everything looks good now. Everybody likes the deal. To be honest, I've been like pushing him hard, and hopefully it works out. And so the DKIM and this is in 30 days that's going to be live, right? That's what he said. And what happened here? What did I click? So the roadmap is right here. So if you wanted to see what the roadmap looks like, you can always go check it out, right? So automation, Cream, Telegram, everything here. Public requested, integration API, Zapier. So yeah, he's been working on it. That's his roadmap. This is the thing. In the next 2 days, I think the prices will have to be adjusted, have to go up because of the way we changed the whole deal from what they launched to what it is. It's completely different. We took so much away from them. So the agents feature, the agents account is on the way, and it will be available starting from 40K contact tier 1 as it goes live. As usual, you will get the update through email. So that's okay. So once the 40K contact, if you buy that and more, then you will be eligible to get an account, right? And you will be getting equal to the number of team members you have. So here's the good news. What if you maxed out the number of your subscribers? So suppose you purchase LTD product below 100K. Now you can upgrade to a higher tier product even when the deal is expired. So even if the price goes up, for those of you who are getting it right now, if you got 40K, you can always go to the next tier at the same price as right now. So whatever is on the price page right now is what will be used to upgrade you, right? So this is smart on his part because it gives you an upgrade path for those who have the LTD, right? It doesn't, it just, you get additional contacts for the LTD price that it is today, okay? So, but it's only one tier, I think, above what you have. So let me see, you have to pay the price, for example, if you have 40K. Yeah, I think it's one tier above what you have. So if you have, let's say 7, the first tier, you can just go into the second, right? If you're in the second, you can go to the third. If you're in the third, I think that's my understanding of this. So if you bought 100K, you can pay for additional monthly, yearly subscription with a 50% off. That's also another one. So the maximum will always be, for the LTD, the maximum will always be 100K. He doesn't want to go beyond that for obvious reasons. And the pricing is 50% off after that, whatever the monthly recurring will be. And of course, it's going to be just on the additionals, not on the LTD, right? All the more advanced tutorials are translating to the proper English language as I write this, so it will be finished before the end of the week. So we'll have English tutorials. They have, Shutterstock integration inside the email builder, and landing page is coming soon. It will be available for all accounts. That's going to be really cool. So inside you can actually use it to build emails and all that stuff. Google Sheets integration is fixed. Now you can validate your email list and run an entire drip campaign directly from Google Sheets. That's been an issue that was reported, and that when you are typing an email into Google Sheet, it automatically, of course, imports that information, but it wasn't doing good validation. So that was actually a good feedback that they got, and they got to fix it. And it happened within like few hours. We told him, like, this is what's the problem. After a few hours, they fixed it. They figured out what the problem was, which is good. So now you have very, very clear picture of what this is gonna look like. Everybody knows now how that Publi Connect is working very well with Cream. The automation works very well. You guys saw that the emails coming straight from them, landing in my inbox, and I'm able to design a beautiful templates the way I want to, right? Because it has a nice builder. And this has always been, these things used to be really expensive, right? And now we're able to get 100,000 contacts with unlimited emails for only $850 lifetime deal, right? With sub accounts, with team members, with up to 100 team members. So that's a lot, right? That's a lot. So yeah, you guys need to take advantage. If you haven't tried, go ahead, try it. And that's how it works. I'm moving my list here, the autoresponder, the automation, the form builder. The two powerful parts of this software, of this system, is that I don't need to validate these emails if they exist or not, right? And once it comes into the system, they clean up first, right? If let's say they miss it on the first bounce, they clean it up and they will remove it automatically on the background. So list hygiene, right? Yeah, there is two different things. There's verification, validation, which is what clear out all these guys do. And then there is list hygiene, right? List hygiene basically same thing, but when you have an autoresponder like this one, what you need to do is you have to download the entire list, right? Let's say I'm using AutoMyZ. I have to download the entire list, go and use some service like ClearOut, Verify B, all the tools that do, cleanup, and then bring it back, upload it again as CSV. But every night, every 2 days, maybe a domain expires and that email doesn't work anymore. That in the background, it's gonna work. So with Cream Email, in the background, they have this cleaning system, right? That detects that the domain has expired or something happened. They have their way to verify, right? And then they automatically remove that without you having to worry about cleaning your list or bounces and all that stuff. If anything bounces, automatically it removes it, right? Sometimes, of course, like any other verification tool or any other validation tool, and 1 or 2 emails will get through. Getting through and adding into the system is not the problem. The problem is when you're sending it, it's actually also gonna catch it and it will bounce. And when it does the bouncing, it cleans up. It removes it automatically. And that's good. That's a good feature. That's gonna help them with the deliverability, right? So if I actually go here on the front here, and I have a nice dashboard, you can see how the UI looks really good actually. The UI is not bad. So I can see all my emails were opened, right? So when I do a test, I can see that. And if it's not unopened, I can always resend this. This is to not worry about, see? Like anybody who didn't resend, I can see it from here, select them, send the whole thing all over, and life goes on. And it knows who opened, who didn't open. You don't have to worry about that part. So, yep. So that's my, I think for the day, that's my, take on this. You play around with it, see it. Publi Connect is working with Cream. Publi Connect has released sub-accounts. And finally, you can do automations within the system, and that's what I wanted to share with you guys. The price will go up again on Thursday. If you buy even the lowest tier plan, you can always upgrade to the second tier and anytime. It doesn't have to be now, it will be into the future. So that's really good. If any case after that you need more, you'll always have to pay. You get a 50% discount on whatever their monthly will be at that time. So right now you have the chance. I am moving a lot of my lists here, adding them, cleaning them, changing all that stuff, and it's working. It's working. So I'll let you guys go for now. Have a beautiful day. If there's no any questions coming from you guys, right? Yeah, that's the only comment I got. So thank you. Appreciate it.